Good morning, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Here we go again. Great value trail mix. Anyway, we have it's Friday, so it's follow-up Friday. My idea for follow-up Friday may be a little bit of a stretch, but I think it'll be helpful and useful regardless. And we're going to send some just sold postcards using justsold.com for
Why
a
not?
property that I sold earlier this week. So that should be fun. And looks like Ryan has a social post of the day, which is always
I
fun and
do.
exciting.
And so let's bring that up. I just want to talk real quick about what mortgage rates are doing. This is the 10-year yield.
Yep.
I'm still hoping that, see how it's kind of like, see over here, little technical analysis, see over, it kind of like came up and it hit this area. This pattern is like a double top. Like it might top here. See how it got rejected and came down. I'm crossing fingers. Maybe it comes back down here and interest rates come down.
Right.
So
Comes back down to
just some
where
fun.
was the bottom of
Well,
that.
who knows? Just I'm more
Well,
excited
I don't
about
even
maybe
mean the
it's
bottom left. I mean the bottom in between the two tops, even.
yeah, down to these lines you see over here, but just that it stops going up.
Yeah. They were up.
That's
It's been a little up and down all week. They were up a little this morning versus yesterday at the same time.
my EXP puts are doing great the last month. Look at that. This is the weekly chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight weeks of you and your team losing stock value. Isn't that great?
And I'm just gonna keep
All right.
adding shares because when it comes back, I'll be sitting pretty.
That's exactly what to do. Your dollar cost averaging in, it's very smart. I'm just messing with you. Trying to get comments. I'm trying to get people to hate me in the comments for the algorithm. So
Okay. Look at
that's
this.
the idea behind that.
Yeah.
Social post of the day right here. Let's see. Instead of watching football this weekend, let's go look at some open houses we can't afford. Quick link to this week's open houses, real quick. So every Friday, Saturday, good time to post open houses. Email them out with your newsletter. Post it on socials, just to remind people you're in real estate. Who knows? Maybe they click the link.
Speaking of weekly email newsletter, we refer to this often, but this is a good place to refer to it once again. I have been and continue to send every Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. We send the weekly email newsletter where I send the bucket list for the weekend, so fun things to do for the weekend, and then we send links to curated lists of, for example, open houses. And I'm in a big rural area, so we cover a number of different counties. So when we do that, we'll typically bucket them into, here are all the open houses in Cumberland County, and here are all the open houses in Perry County, and here are all the open houses in Dauphin County, and here are all the open houses in York County. Anyway, that is one of the curated lists that we use, so it ties into that. But we also will do price reduced. We'll do homes with land. Actually, maybe we're not doing homes with land. We should mix that in, Mike. We might have to mix that one in. We'll do new construction, and the reason we do that, and the weekly email newsletter template, which we'll give you the template. I've got training. I've got email best practices, etc. It's just a Google Doc. We've got it in the members area at wakeup.realestate. If you can't find it, just use the little chat widget at the bottom right. But it is structured in such a way that it is welcome, like people like to receive it, right? It's not something that they're going to get annoyed by. It's useful, interesting stuff happening this weekend, and then we bake into it ways for people to indicate through their behavior that maybe we should follow up with them, right? So they come check out one of the curated lists, and maybe they favorite a listing, or they look at a listing 5 times, or they look at a bunch of different listings, or we always include in there a link for them to get an updated home valuation if we have their address. And we've now, since iList added the functionality, now they'll immediately get taken to their seller dashboard. But if we don't have their address, and they click that, they get sent to a page that says, "Hey, what address would you like a home valuation on?" Okay, so it's a simple, like, repeatable, consistent thing that you can do to keep whatever dashboard you use, whatever CRM or solution you use. We use currently anyway are using KV Core. But you can have it work with any IDX or whatever, where that you're using that to drive activity and to then create the opportunity to follow up with the ones that are engaging over the next week until you send the next weekly email newsletter. So it's the catalyst that drives the whole thing. It's like the leadoff in the training. I think I talk about it. It's like the leadoff hitter for a baseball team, right? They set everything up for you for the rest of the team to knock them around. So
yeah. So yeah, the newsletter template is under templates. That image that I just put with the open houses, if you want to swipe that, along with some others, are under the image section of WakeUp.real estate.
Yeah,
all
right
right.
on. So I mentioned that my follow-up Friday idea was sending a just sold postcard, and again, it's kind of a stretch, right? I'm following up on a sold listing. Let's call it that. And I'm going to use the just listed, just sold engine. I kind of said yesterday that maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, because I wanted to do something custom. But there's the ability to edit the messaging on in those pages. So I'm just going to use the engine the way it's intended to be used, and it'll turn into a little demo for everybody to see how wicked awesome it is. We've had some of our subscribers using it. I know Ryan's gotten some feedback on it, and some people are getting scans and activity from it. So we're just listed, justsold.com, and it already has my recent just sold listings pulled in here. So
yeah, when you first go there, you're going to put your name in, and it's going to find your listings on Zillow. And then every time you come back, as long as you're on the same browser and it's cookied, it should bring it right there.
And if you have a problem, you can enter one manually, right? You can still enter it manually, a property manually. I'm going to choose this one. That's the one that sold earlier this week. It'll take a minute to populate. And while it's doing that, actually, I'm going to say, this says listed for 235. It was actually listed for 220. It sold for 235. So I'm going to put in all caps, sold for 235, which if
you could say sold for, and then put in parentheses 10K over asking or something like that. Brag that you got more than the asking price.
Yep, that is a great point. 15K over asking. So you type that in, and when you hit, it won't populate when you make a change. It won't populate until you go to like the next.
Yeah, and it needs to render the image because it's actually building an image of your card for you.
Okay, so just sold in Mechanicsburg, 3-bed, 3-bath, sold for 235, 235K, 15K over asking. And then the address, and you can see there are a couple of different templates that I could use here. So I'll click on, and as you
the white one seems to be the most popular so far. That's what a lot of people are using. But
the white one is?
Yeah, it's what a lot of people are using.
You know why?
Of the first round.
You know why? Because it says, and we can sell yours too. That's why people that's why agents are liking it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use this one.
Yep.
I'm going to use the left one. Although
it looks fancy and professional.
Yeah, which is not necessarily my normal MO, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay. I'm going to choose that. I'm going to click next here. Now this is where I can include a custom message. I can
yeah. Do you see the review too? You could include your reviews on Zillow on that drop down.
Oh, right here?
Yeah. Oh, it's not there? I'm sorry. I might be on the wrong page here. There is a way to show your reviews. Do you have reviews on Zillow?
I don't really. I have tons of reviews on Google. I don't really have.
Yeah. So if you do like collect reviews, I think there's an option that'll pop up and let you show your Zillow reviews. Some people do that. Yep.
So Ryan, this headshot, is this the headshot that is saved in my account with thanks? Is that where that's coming from? Or
no, it's actually coming from Zillow.
Okay. So I need to edit that in Zillow. So
yeah,
or you
can override
I'm going to choose a different. Right. So I'm going to choose a different one.
Yeah.
So Josh EXP. I'm going to choose my goofy one that my kids hate. But that I have gotten, honestly, I've gotten 2 referrals from agents outside of my market recently in the last, say, 3 months. And they said, when I asked, why did you call me? They said, well, I looked you up on Google and I saw the reviews. And also, I loved your profile pic. I could tell that you would be someone fun to work with. I mean, that's pretty cool. So I can edit anything I want here. I can edit. So, for example, this is my personal cell phone. I'm going to edit it to my smart number. And I'm going to change the call to action to the smart number also, because even if you don't set up a custom custom text code, when someone texts that, it'll show up in KV Core as someone that texted 620 Cedar Ridge Lane. So then I can just follow up appropriately based upon that. Now, the example message. What should we put in there?
I would mention that you sold it, that there was a lot of demand for the property.
Yes.
There were a lot of buyers who were disappointed. It ended up selling for over asking. If you want to sell yours too, something like that.
In case you missed it, you just sold your neighbors. So, how we were laughing yesterday about juice? My laptop, every time I hit O, it puts 2 O's. So it's not even me mistyping. I hit the O, it just makes 2 O's. So it's like sticking or whatever. We just sold your neighbor's property at 620 Cedar Ridge for $235K, 15K over asking. I know it's kind of redundant. It's on the let's see here. We had
did you have multiple offers?
Yeah, we had multiple offers.
And a few of the buyers who didn't win are still looking, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. We had multiple offers. Actually, I'm going to say I'm going to look at how many showings we had. I'm going to say the showings, the offers, and that they, that we still have. Where's the listing activity here? I'm just over on my phone on the Showing Time app. 620. You know what? Maybe I won't include that because I can't seem to find it quickly here. I should have.
Make it up.
Yeah, 10 activities. 1, 2. You know what? There wasn't as many as I thought. Is that right? No. We had 15 showings, multiple offers, and several of the buyers are still in the market looking for a property like yours. How should we transition that?
Yeah, if you are at all thinking about selling, let me know so we can let these buyers know or something, right?
Now or in the near future, let's chat. Smiley face. There we go.
It works.
And I've got. I'm going to change my email to my my EXP email. So if someone is interested, they can text, they can email me, they can call. There's a text code. We're giving them lots of options for them to take action. Now, Ryan, this preview here, will it fill more or no?
Yeah, you can. I think you can put more in there if you drag the bottom right of that box, the message box. Oh, you're asking, will it
on the preview on the left, will the text fill up more of the box?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Justin. That would be a good idea. But I would use the extra space. You could now make your buyer side offers on there. Like you could put like a line under here if you have this extra space and be like text for a list of fixer-uppers or some other, or you could do a mortgage side offer.
Yeah.
By the way, we have an awesome buy before you sell financing program for people who are looking to downsize or upsize.
Brand.
Yeah, you double R'd there too. Yeah.
Brand new. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Brand new buy before you sell program that makes trading
up or trading down. Yeah.
Or right sizing much more convenient and hassle free. I don't know. Let's see. Interested in learning more.
And this is probably one of the things that I've noticed of the people using the platform. They're not leveraging the ability to make custom calls to action enough on the cards. You have this real estate, this extra space, so to speak. Use it. Because yes, you want to do the just listed, you want to do the just sold, you want to market the properties, you want your brand out there, you want to let people know you're doing activity, but you're spending the money to do this sort of stuff. And what Josh just did, who knows, maybe this send, you don't get anything, but every 4 or 5 sends, somebody texts you and it leads to more business, right? It's worth 5 seconds. Yeah.
So I still have room here, and I haven't addressed the QR code, which we haven't set this up yet. And what I'd like to do is send them, when they scan the QR code, to the iList page, because I want to use that functionality as much as possible. So I'm going to actually I'm going to add the same sort of break here. When you scan the QR code to the right, embedded command, how have you been phrasing this? Like making the offer of you'll get instant access.
Yeah, I've been saying you'll instantly see what a buyer might pay for your house now. And in the case of iList, I think I said you'll instantly see 4 different AI generated estimates. You could say AI. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll get instant access to multiple home value or multiple
estimates of what a buyer might pay for your house right now, something like that. I don't know.
Estimates of what a buyer may pay for your house right now. When you scan the QR code to the right, you'll get instant access to multiple estimates of what a buyer may pay for your house right now. That works.
Good enough for me. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll see the preview here on the left once I tab out of there. There we go. And now I'm appropriately using all of the postcard real estate. And I think this looks pretty good. So let's go ahead to the.
I don't know the answer to Andrew's question. It might break the universe if we put emojis on there. I don't know for sure. We'll have to test it.
Yeah. If we put a what on there? I didn't even see it.
Emojis in the
text. Yeah. Let's.
In theory, yes, but I don't know.
Look at this. You can get a text message when someone scans. That's new and fancy.
Yeah, that's the right. Yes, so you will get text message, and you can see up top. I think people are missing this, but you can see the 4 options up top, Josh.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And you were going to do a link, right?
Yeah, I'd like to do the iList link, but I can't remember where's the easiest way for me to find that or build that.
Well, it doesn't need to be a special iList link. Oh, you want to merge everything in? I'm not sure that it's going to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because go ahead.
I'll have to look into that, Josh. I would just use your main iList URL. I don't know that this particular tool is merging in the personalized data.
Yeah, all good, all good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna find where what's the cash offers one. I don't want that one. I mean, the good news is when they
Any
scan
scan you're
it,
notified about. Yeah.
you're notified and you know the address of the people that scanned it. So I can just go and follow up with them and deliver the thing that they were asking for. Okay. So but just to reiterate, you can choose what happens when someone scans. Okay. And this is different than when you use thanks. I think, right? When you use thanks for the normal sending, Ryan, the only option is to send to a link, which is also, I mean, it's great. It's
Yeah, that's
not a
correct.
negative.
We need to build in some of this other
Yeah.
functionality. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I think we're good. So I'm going to click next.
Yep.
And look at this. I've got options here, right? So I've got how many options of how many I can send. Okay. And I can even select a custom amount. Okay. And I can choose nearest neighbors or likely to sell. I'm going to now. This is a relatively small community. In other words, the properties that look like this one, there aren't a ton.
Yep.
And so I think I'm going to choose 50, and I'm going to choose the nearest neighbors.
And I just want to mention we've got a little feedback on the pricing relative to other providers, and I don't think we're stressing that these are bigger cards. They're not the 4x6s. These are the bigger
Six
cards.
by nine, 6x9, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I think if you're paying like 70 cents or so, and plus postage keeps going up, if you're paying 70 cents or so to Quantum or somebody, that's why there's the difference.
yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm going to do 100. Why not? Why not? So it means that some of the surrounding may get more. So this is a perfect follow-up to yesterday's call. So now I can send a thank you to my home seller. I already did that using thanks.io yesterday, and
Yeah,
I sent them a gift card.
yeah. You can just say no thanks and
Yep.
check out. But if you want to, the idea here is to let the seller know you did this. I believe. I think it says something like
Right.
we sent. Right? Does it say we sent cards or something like that? Yeah.
Something like that. Yes.
Thanks, Andrew.
So
Yeah, he's got one.
let's see here. And so we're going to, at this point, I'm taken to checkout, which I'll probably stop sharing. But there you can at least see the flow of how easy it is to send one of these. And the big takeaway I would have if I were you is this gives you more of an opportunity to actually uncover opportunities, listing opportunities for you. We have seen that on average, I would be shocked if I don't get at least 5 scans and maybe up to 10 scans. And that is, if I get 5, one of them is going to list their property before the end of the year.
Well, the interesting thing with the crazy thing with mail is we've been in a market where people aren't thinking about selling. But as soon as I have a feeling like the next market cycle, as soon as we go over the winter into the spring, these cards are going to be sitting around people's house. And I've gotten listings. I mean, I haven't been very active the last few years, but I know most of us watching have gotten listings from people like, I got your just sold card like 2 years ago. So you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it, but you're putting like a physical repeating touch in their house. It just kind of like hangs out. Anyway.
Well,
Is there a way to say
I
that?
say this often. I have gotten from direct mail, I have had people years after I sent direct mail reference, I've had this card for years. It's just been sitting in my drawer or been sitting on my refrigerator because I knew at some point I may want to call and, at some point we were going to sell or whatever. That does
And in your
not, generally
in your
speaking,
case, you're
happen with digital marketing.
and in your case, Josh, you're probably one of the best in the country, right? upper echelon in terms of having digital multi-channel marketing going with your name and brand constantly for anybody who gets into your fold. The consistency. And so that effort that you're putting in digitally, if you're doing your social post of the day, you're doing ads, you're doing messenger, that the return on investment you get from that is multiplied by crossing into this other channel, into the mailbox, into their house. So you get even more ROI if you're doing all this stuff together.
And sometimes you'll just get people that call or text and say, you know, we were waiting for that one to settle. We'd like to sell. You obviously did a good job. When can you come out?
Yeah.
That's the exception. But if you do it enough, it does happen. And, you know, along with the ones that they're just starting the process, they're just curious, they're just, you know, initially getting the ball rolling. So,
right.
That's all I had. I think it's been a good week. We've had a full week. We were here live all 5 days. So
I don't know if you've noticed. I've done very little this week. Every day you had the topic. I appreciate you as a partner. I want to say thank you. I'm in a little bit of a personal crazy time.
Yep.
Thank you, Josh.
Actually, you know what? We might need to. So Ryan and I were talking earlier. I am finally going to bite the bullet, and I'm going to get a new computer with a second monitor. And maybe I'll ask if Best Buy wants to be a sponsor on the show. Maybe
ask them.
Yeah.
You know, funny enough,
never heard
I missed an opportunity yesterday. I went and bought something at Best Buy yesterday, and the kid who was selling to me, I asked him if they made commissions or not, because I didn't want to let the other guy ask me for help get the commission. He's like, yeah. He's like, what do you sell? And it's real estate, so I might have a new agent for your team.
There we go. Let's go.
The guy's getting his real estate license.
Yeah. Oh, it's like for real?
Yeah, like the Best Buy guy. I skipped that part of the story.
Funny.
He's getting his real estate license. We had a nice long conversation, and yeah, I'll hook you up.
Beautiful. All right, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and folks in your office, even your enemies, even if you people you don't like. Share it with anybody. And we appreciate that. If you need anything on the financing side, you need any help on the financing side, you can text FIX, or honestly, you can text anything to 866-973-4009. We've actually had
a weekend pre-approval, something last minute. We're watching that channel. So if you need us, text us.
We've actually had several folks text that number this week. So thank you for those who are reaching out. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring up some of the results that we've been generating for our V qualifier partners, which you can even, if you want to chat about that, you can text VQual to 866-973-4009. Greg Unthank, who's part of my organization, he's got a great team in the greater Cincinnati area. Yesterday, from 1,623, so 1,623 texts, okay, using our Texting Tuesday protocol, we generated 10 appointments with our financing specialist, Colleen, who she vets those, asks questions and verifies, etc. We sent 3, in addition to the 10, 3 of the people that we conversed with over text were already pre-approved that we could send back to Greg. And of those 10, we've already pre-approved at least one of those and sent back to Greg as well. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty impressive, all without Greg having to lift a finger. Now the real work begins, right? The work of finding the home and getting under contract and negotiating all of that stuff. But if that, and Mike says, I just got one more for Greg. Of course he did. So if that's something that you'd like to explore, A, you've got to have a database. B, you've got to have a way to communicate with them. And C, you've got to be actively, engaged and selling and so forth. If that is the case, certainly let us know. You can text, you can reach out to me, email, private message, carrier pigeon, whatever you choose. And if that's not you, if you're not there yet, use all of the free resources at wakeup.realestate. Use the lead capture pages. There's training. Mike just added a new training this morning where the Facebook ads Facebook Messenger ads process. There's a new training in there for that. We've got the Facebook Marketplace protocol that I've been following and generating free leads, right? So one way, shape, or form, we'd love to help you get to whatever the next step in your business, your real estate business journey might be. Okay. There you go. Marketing resources. There's all kinds of good stuff in there, all or many of which for free. A whole bunch.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
All right. Later.